Welcome back, folks. It's rare we get matchups like these. The Western Valley Conference is loaded with talent in baseball this year, but few teams compare to Woodbury Central and Kingsley Pearson, and it shows. Both enter at 7-0 in the conference, and the two would meet in their first matchup of the season to see who takes the cake. Now, KP, they enter at 16-0, while Woodbury Central's 11-12. Pick up top of the second, Brody Bremer pulls a line drive down the left field line. That one's fair, and it rolls all the way to the fence. Zach Butler slides in to score, and we're tied up at 1. Bottom of the second, this pitch is taken, and then Tyler Orzechowski catches everyone sleeping, including the cameraman. He slides in, ball's dropped. That's a delayed steal of home, and it puts the Panthers up 2-1. Bottom 4, here's Orzechowski at the plate. He sends a soft line drive into right field. That drops. Kevin Wright heads for the plate. Kingsley Pearson takes the win in this one as they walk off winners 5-4.